to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox, along with
Bdot, baby.
We're back in the building. What's this, episode 32?
32.
32 weeks. What have you done in 32 weeks?
Wow.
If you started doing push-ups 32 weeks ago, where would you be right now? You know, if you
probably seen a change.
If you started like a new habit, like if you're like we've talked about before, what's one thing you gave up for 32 weeks? What would that feel like? What would that feel like? You know what we did? We started a show.
Yeah.
And here we are, Awkward Intelligence. We're still here. We're still grinding. We're still moving. Let's
Still
go.
rocking, baby. We in there.
Yeah, and this show has just gotten better and better every episode. Come on.
Shit. Thanks to all the guests that came on so far. Shout out to you.
Yep.
You know, each and every one
Thank
of
you. Appreciate you. Every single one of them added to the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, some were more prolific than others, but every one of them, we got feedback every time that there was always something that they brought to that conversation that was different, and maybe our perspectives, or just their different ideas, or just their personality. Being able to see that personality, because there's people out there that know them, but they know them in, maybe the music factor or the business factor. They don't see them on that intellectual level. Right. And so a lot of them, you never know what you're going to get out of that, and that's what's cool. And that's why, guests are cool. And, we've talked about before, we don't want to be just an all guest show.
Right.
But definitely,
we had a little few heads on,
Yeah, but down the road, as things progress, who knows what's going to end up, on, how we'll put it together. Every other show had to start somewhere too. We're just starting the way we're starting, and then we'll grow into things, and who knows? We may have, we may be one of those shows where every time we have a guest at that point, it is prolific.
Right.
They want to be here for that. You know what I mean? You never know, because we don't do it that often, that when we do it, it's significant. It matters, So who knows how that's going to work? But that's the cool part of it is this is our show to grow and evolve however we like, and however that it grows is we're gonna flow with it, and we're gonna just see what happens. There's no expectations here. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no egos here. It's like we're just here having our conversations, and every now and again someone stops by.
Just flowing through life. Yep.
Yeah. Every now and again someone stops by and says what's up. So yeah. So stick with us, for those of y'all who are just joining us, stick with us, or go back and listen to the old ones, or everybody who's been here since the beginning. Stick with us. We're here for you. Yeah. We're going to do it.
That's it.
We're going to ride this thing out together.
Give you the real spill, nothing fabricated, phony, nothing.
Right. And it's just our thoughts.
Just giving you the real deal, right?
It's how we're looking at the world, and some of y'all may be looking at the world in those same ways, but everybody around you is just not, seeing it that way. So you don't feel comfortable, talking about it to other people. You can come here and talk about it with us.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we're just open to ideas. Whatever people's ideas are. That's it. And want to be able to share our ideas so that it will spark the conversation. Sometimes, we've talked about it before, sometimes people just need to hear it. They just need to hear you say something to go, you know what, I feel that way too. I didn't want to say it, but like now that you're saying it, I want to say it now too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the energy. That's you sparking that energy for somebody to motivate them to, to maybe step up or stand up for something, and whatever. That's the whole idea, I guess. It's like the movements. The speakers got to get up there and speak and motivate the crowd to do what's needed. So
now, if you don't do what's needed, that's on you.
Right.
You can't do too much about that.
I mean, it's up to you to figure out what parts you do follow and what. I mean, you're not, like they said, following anybody blindly is wrong. You shouldn't just blindly follow people.
No.
You should be, discerning and figuring out, like, if you've watched 3 or 4 of our episodes and it's just not making sense to you, then fine, go somewhere else. Find another show that you like, But if you've watched 3 or 4 episodes and you're like, you know what, these guys are onto something. Something's going on here. That's the people we're looking for. You're here to just figure out ideas. Let's have conversations. Let's talk about things. Let's see what's happening in the world, because we're all seeing it. We're all seeing it. We're all just seeing it from different lenses, different angles, different ways.
And there's some crazy stuff going on out here, man.
Yeah, XRP. You hear about XRP? We've talked about XRP on this show. They finally came up with the ruling that it is not a security, which frees it from its imprisonment that it's been in for the past 3 years under litigation. So we talked about on the show before that XRP, XLM, XDC, are some of the top 3 cryptos that are gonna make it to the new digital world. So we told you the digital world is here. Think about it.
Yeah.
You use credit cards, you use debit cards, you use CashApp. You're in a digital world already.
Yeah.
Your money is just a number. So don't act like, oh, they're going to take our money away. We're going to this digital world. You've already done it to yourself for the most part. Money just, cash still seems to be around right now. And, you use it for certain things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But most of your money is digital right now. It is digital. It already is. It's a number in your app. That's it.
Yeah.
And you're trading that number for goods and services. So learn this new digital world. Don't be scared of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people walking around cashless.
Right. Already. It's been that way for a few years. Like people aren't seeing that. Like the digital world has been here. We just there's still a lot of people resisting it though. There's still a lot of people that just resist it and don't. They want to do. I was talking to someone the other day, and they want to do everything the way they are used to doing it. So they're just like, well, I do it this way. It's like, yeah, but there's an app for that now. You can streamline that. You don't have to do all this over here anymore. You can just go right here. Yeah. And it's built for those ideas. And it's like, I don't know. Some stuff. I'm just saying for some things.
Some things shouldn't change.
Some things shouldn't change. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like the old people. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to work the phones like that.
Right.
Or the computers like that. You know what I mean? So how can they get on the app and and do that?
They're supposed to learn. But that's the thing.
I mean,
or you know what I mean? They're supposed to like that's what I'm saying. Like just because you're getting older doesn't mean you can't stop learning.
Right.
Yes, at some point we're gonna all get to a point where we're like, I ain't worried about that shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a point of that. But if the world is changing that fast on you, you should be trying to learn it instead of reject it. It's not that hard to learn. You know what I mean?
You're right. But
it's just understanding a few clicks on the phone, And even if that's all they ever learn is how to make a phone call and this app and this is my money, or whatever. Think about that. Your bank now is in your hand. It's part of you. You don't have to worry about going to the bank to get money. You can go anywhere in the world and use your money. You see what I'm saying?
I don't really trust that neither, though. That you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that can turn off and turn on at any time.
If someone's controlling it.
Right.
But if you're controlling it, it's your money, it's your bank. You're doing your things. You see what I'm saying? Which is digital currency, which is the new XRP.
You talking about, okay,
right?
okay,
See what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
No one controls those, as in a country or an organization. It's run by the people. You know.
Okay. I thought you meant like, I don't know what we have going on now.
No, but that's why I'm saying start learning it, because the digital world is coming, and we're not. You're either going to get left behind, or you're going to get taken advantage of. That's the difference, because that's how the new schemes work. They work off everyone understanding the old paradigm. You know what I mean? So when we're the people, the people like us who are learning this now and trying to move forward with it, we're going to start shifting into it softly and gently and without too much trouble, because we're already working with it. And then those people are going to start getting left behind, and then there's going to people that are going to say, "Hey, I can help you with this. I'm going to train you." And then they're going to train them and work them, and they're going to get all their their numbers and everything from them, and then they're just going to scam them, take their money. See what I'm saying? Because think about that, right? That's the kind of shit is they're going to become prey to those type of people, by not moving forward in the world, or at least having somebody help them with it.
Right.
Even, because there's a lot of older folks that do have people around them that can do things and help them. Everybody can do this together. You know what I mean? Like, you can do this together with people, if you trust them enough and everything, that they're your people, So there's ways to do it, is what I'm saying, and we all got to be helping each other, and because some of these people are just not being shown anything. So they don't know. They just don't even understand that it exists. They might go, "Oh, I've been wanting to do that, but nobody told me that was a thing." So maybe some of them just don't even know. That's the gap I think we've lost between us and the older people, is we've let that gap get deeper and deeper away, when we should have kept them more informed, and But that also would keep it the other way. We still remember the old ways we did things, and because we still have to remember those things, and we could always go back to those things. But if we're
that's what
in the world, man, we've got to move all the generations.
Right.
We've got to all get there. So yeah, I mean that's how I'm looking at it.
It's gonna be hard to change the old people though, because they used to their thing.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, if they're those old heads like that, they're just stuck in their ways, and they're just like not gonna learn.
I don't want to do that. It's not for me. I wasn't raised like that.
Right.
I know some of them like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're still out there. They're still out there.
But it's all good. It's all good. Gotta give it the program.
Well, what if the Great Awakening kind of takes all that negativity out of you, and then at some point they're like, you know what? I do want to learn that. Could you show me? Their whole mind frame might change. It takes that negativity out of you. You know what I mean? We're done with that in this timeline. Done with that. So who knows? Maybe that's what that is people will wake up finally and go, okay, it's time to start living instead of just surviving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they just start, I want to learn everything I can learn. I want to do everything I want to, Maybe that's part of it, is they were so suppressed at some point that you just, what's the point of doing anything else? I'm good right here. But we're those generations that are breaking out of all that stuff and try to move forward with it of let's live our lives. Why are we struggling our whole lives? Let's live.
Yeah, we shouldn't be. Shit crazy. Shit crazy.
Power of people, man. The power of people.
You know what I'm saying? We invented most of these damn things out here.
Yeah.
Like, why ain't we living? Why ain't we on top?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We ain't getting no credit. That's
what we're working towards.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea, is remembering who we are so that we can go back and get what belongs to us.
Yeah. Bomb droppers.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we realize who we are, we'll know where we need to go to get our shit. That's, I think, what they're trying to teach us with this. The Great Awakening type thing is once we realize what they've done to us and we realize that enough is enough, we will start fighting back in various ways through power of the people. You know what I mean? And it won't have to be a civil war, you know, with gunfire and different, you know, and stuff like that. It's a lot of this, like I said, it's happening behind the scenes as we speak now. You know, that's what part of it is it's getting those criminals out the way who've been impeding our progress. And that's why disclosure is happening. That's why we're learning about new technologies that somehow just seem to be emerging right now, right?
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden they're like, oh, look at this. This is some, you know, free energy motion machine that I just kind of made up here. And you're like, you just been sitting on that? You know? Because, yeah, they were. Because they were being suppressed. Hidden technologies were being hidden from us. And so now all of a sudden these things are starting to show up. And one of the next big things is something we've talked about before, med beds. You know? We've talked about it before. You got to, you know, do some research and look into it. But it's like it's closer now than it's ever been before because of all the new technologies that are being released, like scalar waves, EE machines, which is like a electronic enhancement. I think not electronic enhancement, something like that. But they're EE systems, right? And it's all based on lights and vibration because everybody knows that's how the world works with light and vibration. So they're doing stuff where they're, you know, flashing lights of different colors and things with vibrations and things added to like restructure your cells in your body, you know? Like those are new technologies that are emerging all of a sudden. We're starting to see articles about this stuff. And you're like, how's that just, it's just all of a sudden, everybody just knows this now?
Yeah, no.
Because the hidden technologies are now being released.
They've been around.
Yeah, they're being, you know, or it's like you're saying, it's old technologies that they just never let be released until now, you know, because early 1900s, we were doing a lot of shit. You know what I mean? We were doing a lot of shit. If you really look back at history, they were, I mean, they had, think about like the helium balloons they used to fly across the fucking world. How the fuck did that happen? Could you do it now? You see what I'm saying? Like, think about that technology they had. They were flying a balloon full of helium around the world multiple times back in the day. You know what I mean? Like that's got to be some technology, you know? Yeah, they had the crash, you know, we all know the big Hindenburg or whatever it was, the, you know, super crash that they had with them. And it's just a big time explosion. But could that have been done on purpose to make us move away from that? Could that be one of those false flags from way back in the day that was like, we don't want them to think this is any good because if they do, then who knows what they'll want to do? Let's crash one and tell them we don't want to do this no more. And then we stopped doing it. And we lost the technology. We forgot about it.
Yeah. Shit.
You know, electric cars. They had electric cars in the 1800s.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Shit been around.
It's been around. It's been here. They were just one-offs. People weren't like mass producing them back then. It was like people were just making them. You know, they're just making them with the shit they had. And then they'd have one. They drive it to town. People are like, oh, that's cool. Look at that. And then, you know, someone else might get inspired to do one. But they didn't have factories and all that shit. That shit didn't come until the early 1900s when Ford built the factory and started building cars. You know? But even some of his cars were electric. Yeah, some of early Ford cars were electric.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
And then when they moved to gasoline, that's where the money was. So where do you think you're going to go? Let's start making gas cars then. The money's there. You know? So that's what changed that whole trajectory was the fossil fuels. They want to call them fossil fuels so that we think they're scarce. You know? But they're not. This planet makes oil. Oil is the liquid form of gold.
Bomb droppers.
Let me say that again. Oil is the liquid form of gold. Everything has different forms. Gold's gold. But in its liquid form, it's oil. Why do you think they called it that? Liquid gold. Don't they call oil liquid gold?
There it is. There it is. You see it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, think about it. This is, and they just lied to us in plain sight. We don't even question it. We don't even think about things. You know, we just
they got control over every damn thing. What can we do, man? They got the gas, the oil.
Well, that's with these emerging technologies that are coming out. They're gonna. Oh shit! We got a friend. We got a friend. We got a friend in the building. So yeah, when these emerging technologies come out with free energy and things like that, Tesla Tower, free energy, they're saying like the Trump towers that are built around the world are actually Tesla towers, and they're just going to turn them on, and we're just going to go to free energy.
Bomb droppers.
Did I say that out loud? I think I said that out loud.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So there's shit like that's built in the world that we don't even realize right now. All they got to do is flip the switch on and we're on free energy. So once they do that, fossil fuels go out the window. Instantly disappears. We get free energy. We get, this, all these technologies like that. They have
should have been getting in the first place.
Yeah, when they're ready to flip, there's multiple switches. There's going to be a few different switches hit. Internet's going to change to a Starlink system internet, and it's going to be a quantum internet. It'll have nothing to do with the old internet. None of that stuff's even coming with us. That stuff is actually. They say that there's been time bombs built into our old tech. So at some point, when they flip that switch, your phones, your computers, your tablets, your laptops are all gonna just self-destruct because that can't come to the new world. It's already corrupted. It's already corrupted. So it just will never turn on again. You know what I mean? It'll just go and just kill itself. It's a self-destruct that's built into everything. We didn't even notice. We didn't even know this was happening. This is some like secret intel shit, right? So yeah, they got to destroy all the old tech because if you take it to the new world, you're bringing corruption with you because whatever's on here is already corrupted. We know that. We're corrupted at this point. We just think we're free. They got everything right here, So anyways, but yeah, so that's the idea is this new world we're going to is all going to be once we've had enough. Once we've realized we're not going to take it no more. We're retaking our country over. That's what the Second Amendment's really all about. Is if you watch, if somebody comes in and takes over your government, which is what they've done. They've come in and take over our government. But people haven't realized that yet. That's not what they've realized. They're just like, look at this president character doing all these things and sending stuff to Ukraine and whatever. And you know what I mean? But nobody's going, whose team is he on? Is he on our team? Or is he playing for someone else? We're not asking those questions. Or when we do, they censor us. Oh, you can't talk like that. That's, it's like, why not? Because if we started to realize that our country was being taken from us, we, the people, are supposed to rise up and take it back.
Bomb droppers.
So that's why multiple times on this show I've said, when you start to realize that your own government is attacking you, when are you going to say enough is enough? We've said that on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to, is when is enough enough? When are we done?
I don't know, man. I guess shit, somebody come knocking on your door, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. But you got to stop them from knocking on the door.
Yeah, you don't even want to get that close.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing with the world right now. Is we're trying to flip that regime in order to take back control. Continuity of government, is in place. So all we have to do at this point is pull all the evil out. Once we got those, like I said, at some point there's going to be a flip of the switch per se, and that's when the military is going to cease everything, and they're going to just take everything. They're going to do their final arrests and capture everything. And at that point, they're going to say, okay, it's time to start rebuilding. Here's the new ideas. Here's where we got to go, you know, and it's coming soon, you know, because
That sounds
how
slow.
long can we continue to sit here and watch everything just be wacky? You know, why is everything so? It's like we can't just. How long do we go through that? You know, so you got to think. It's all culminating. That's how I'm looking at it. It's all culminating to something, to that point where we've got to get to that point where the switches start getting flipped. You know, so that's how I'm looking at it. So, and you know, we've told everybody, you know, different ways to work on that. If you got to keep a little bit of extra food in the house for that and some water, just in case your power goes out for a few days or whatever, you know, just be prepared. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Just be prepared. Just know that if it happens, you've got what you need, you know. Do you have, you know, do you have ammo for your weapons just in case? Because you don't know what your neighbors are going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be prepared just in case. If you have to defend yourself, just in case, be prepared. But don't be scared. Just have it available.
Shit, I ain't gonna say worry about your neighbors. Worry about motherfuckers on the other side.
Or whoever shows up.
Yeah,
You don't know who it
yeah.
is. Because remember when we said the FBI has infiltrated most of America, and every, you know, in every level. So you don't know who you're living next to. That's all I'm saying. The enemy could already be there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bomb droppers.
They're not going to show up. They're already there. It could be. We don't know what this plan is, what this massive, crazy plan could be. But if we know that they've infiltrated most of America, you got to realize they're probably already in your neighborhoods. You know? That's how I'm looking at it.
Damn. That's why we say we gotta talk to y'all neighbors, man.
Right.
Get to know them.
Right. Who's who?
For real. Talk to him. I come on my house every day. I see this guy outside. Every day. I'm like, God, why is this motherfucker always outside?
Is that the neighbor who let you ride the bike?
No.
Different neighbor?
Yeah. I'm like, dang, he always outside though. Like, I mean, he don't want being outside, but I'm like, damn, every time I come out here, you out here.
Right. He's already out there.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, do you go inside? Does he? Have you ever seen him go inside? No, I'm just,
Nah, you know.
no, I got you.
He
He's
speak
just-
though and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He cool, he speak.
I was like, maybe he just hangs out on the porch. You always think he's just outside. He's like, man, I don't live here, man. I just hang out on the porch. Oh, shit.
Nah. It's crazy though, man. You just gotta know your neighbors.
Yeah, there's a few of my neighbors. I say what's up. I wave to them. You know, we say hi.
Yeah.
That's just enough that where we've had a couple quick conversations, you know, little mailbox conversations, you know, and that's it. I'm like, from what I can tell, they've never done anything weird. You know what I mean?
Right. You right.
You know, so I'm like,
You can feel it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
like,
you can feel it
yeah,
for real.
Nothing weird. Nothing weird feels like anything's going on. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you don't look crazy or nothing. I don't feel no bad energy off you. You
Right,
right.
right. Right.
At least you spoke. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes shit, I don't know. Shit's weird, man.
Yeah.
The life we living.
Yeah. But we're the director. We direct what happens. We direct how it goes. We direct how we feel. You know. So that's part of the mental game. That's part of building that mental aptitude of like I'm in control. You know. And you just, it's a lot of the mental for me, man, when I started thinking about it, when I started realizing that I was controlling everything was that you start accepting your flaws and understanding where you went wrong. You know what I mean? And you have to go, okay, I could have did that better. I didn't do that so well. And then you just start working on, okay, I'm not going to react like that no more. I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to. You start changing your behavior.
You actually feel better after you say it.
Yeah. But
that's crazy.
Right. You realize.
You realize your mistakes or whatever you did.
Right.
And now you got to work on it.
Yeah. To be better.
Yeah. That's
be like
crazy.
I don't want to be that same person.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the person who made that decision that time. Yeah. I want to be better at making that decision or whatever, or be better at making my decisions. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Or it's like man, I could have. Why wasn't I just happy for that moment? Something was off or something, like, nah, I should be happy,
right?
Or I should, whatever you're focusing on, whatever little issues they are, But yeah, once you start realizing like there's no reason to not just be genuine and just, like we talked about, when you go out and you talk to people and you're just like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? How's your afternoon? What's going on? Hey, everybody have a good one. Everybody get home safe. Don't cost you nothing to do any of that.
A damn thing.
And you'll notice you'll get into a routine of it. Mm-hmm. After so long, it just becomes a thing. You're just like, it's just part of who I am now. So, yeah.
It's always been like that with me, man. But shit crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. People just want to be around you and shit.
Yeah, man. Your energy will be, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was talking about it last night real quick, and I was like, man, my energy back in the day was strong, but it was strong for the wrong reasons. Mm. So that's why I was pushing people away and causing conflicts that just didn't need to be there, But I thought I was doing the right thing, at the time.
So I made you say it.
Yeah, and then now that I see it, I look back and I go, man, I was using my energy. Like, my energy was always strong, but I was using it wrong back then. Now my energy's strong, and man, I'm telling you, people it's a whole nother world.
Oh, yeah.
Just when you talk to people and you just feel their energy, I light up every room like I'm supposed to. You know what I mean? When they talk about the kind of person that walks in the room and lights up the room, you're like, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's a normal behavior. Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I can't take those compliments, but I feel like, man, go ahead, man, stop playing. Not for real, like.
You want to humble yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Nah, that's not me, man. Stop playing. Go ahead,
right?
Man. Like this guy, he come in the shop or whatever, and he just be like, man, B, man, I'm telling you, man, you all right with me, man. You cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You a cool. You cool guy, man.
Wait, do you feel like if they keep going on about it, all of a sudden it becomes like more like they're just like patronizing you about it now or something?
Nah. No, it's like if they keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you're praising me too much. Don't praise me too much.
Because then
I appreciate it, the first few times, but you keep saying it over and over again, over and over. I'm like, all right, chill, come on, man.
I got you. Yeah, because I'm just wondering, like, what that is, right? Is that being too humble? Is that not being?
Some people just go too far sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like, all right,
right. Because I've been there, and I'm just like wondering, man, like how what's the right way to handle that scenario? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just, I take my compliments and just, I keep moving, but I try to find a way to get out of there.
Right, there you go. Change the subject or something like that. Right, exactly. Just finding out. Right.
Right. You know what I mean? Try
phone
to throw
call.
them off.
All of a sudden your phone rings. You're like, oh, bro, I got.
Yeah, try to throw them off or something like. All right, come on, man. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, without feeling like because I think I feel like I've done that before in different scenarios like that, where sometimes you're like, you kind of react a certain way, and then all of a sudden they look at you like, what the fuck was that? And you're like my bad, man. I don't know why that triggered me. You know what I mean? Back then, it's like nowadays it wouldn't be. I'll be with you. I'd find a way to just keep the conversation moving, keep talking about me,
Right.
or whatever. You know what I mean? So
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right,
Thank you. I appreciate it, but
yeah,
you know, no,
right.
don't keep dragging it, man. And keep going and going and going. For the kind of way, like, all right, chill.
Enough's enough. I got you. Because there's a certain level of it. You know what I mean? How it works. You know, I guess. You know what I mean? Instead of just nobody wants it to just be like shoved. It's like throw me a couple pitches, man. Let me see if I can hit it.
You know,
Right, and then we're good.
I'm gonna get them out of there.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's it.
Right. That's not.
Just don't keep going. I hate that.
This isn't bad in practice.
Nah, I hate that shit.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. Cause you know, if you did something nice, you know, I tell you,
Yeah.
you know, man, I ain't gonna keep going on about this shit.
Right. Yeah, a couple of good
I'm gonna tell you,
compliments,
keep
you know,
moving.
like, and then a callback if you can, like, later on in the conversation, something's happening, and you're like, oh, and then you bring it back, and then they'll just be like, oh, yeah, bro. See what I'm saying? Like, that, it's the way you make them feel about it.
Right.
It's not always just because you say it, but it's the way you let them know genuinely how you felt about it. And if they feel that, and you know, y'all are able to put that together, that's loyalty. You know, that's what that, you know what I mean? That's when friends become, you know, those are the bonds you're doing. And you know what I mean? It's like everybody understands, everybody has their role in pieces, and everybody plays a part, and we all got our pieces of the puzzle. And you know, that's what it's all about. I can trust you, you can trust me, whatever it bonds between y'all. You know, it's like that's that cool shit, you know? Cool. You know? And then we move on, we keep it moving.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So remember, if you're showing love to somebody, you know, give them like 2-3 compliments. Don't just keep hyping this shit.
You know?
Dig.
Be respectful.
Yeah. Shit.
Don't overdo it.
I hate it. Man, they keep repeating the same shit over and over again. Stop repeating it. All right.
Right. Because you run out of ways to acknowledge it, and you're just like, fuck, now I'm just sitting here going, thanks.
Right.
And you're just like, man, I don't want to do that, you know? So, yeah. Yeah.
Once you get the drift, you get the drift.
Yeah. Hopefully. That's the idea. You're supposed, you know what I mean? You're supposed to feel it and be like, all right, cool. Said enough.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Some people get nervous, man. You know what I mean? Some people just get nervous. They're just like, they don't know what else to do. They're like, fuck, this is the only thing I know about you. I'm just going to keep saying this. Could be, man. It could be. I don't know. I noticed that there's certain people in the world, you can tell, if they're nervous, if there's awkward silence, they'll just want to talk. They'll start a conversation. Like, you know, if we're just, you know how we sit here sometimes, we just fucking zone out. And then they'll just be like, and they'll just want to talk. And then it's like they're nervous talkers. They're like, oh shit, got weird in here. Let me talk because it's not weird no more if I talk, you know? You know, it's like some people just can't sit in silence.
Shit, I know how to be quiet.
Right. Just let the music play. Let the music play. Just ride, you know what I mean? Like, we can have conversations, but if there's a moment of silence, let it be a moment. Let's just think up some new shit. We'll figure it out in a minute.
Might be a little awkward.
Right. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Just use your intelligence. Bone droppers.
That was a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Crazy how that came out.
So yeah, the celebrities, man. Celebrities are on strike with the AI and shit, right? So fucking, what are they talking about? They say AI is gonna like take over the movie industry and the actors and everybody. What's going on here?
Shit.
Right?
I don't know.
Seen that shit?
I swear
The writers
might be heading
and the actors, they said this hasn't happened since like the early 1900s or some shit that where both of them were like, fuck that. You know, we're not doing, something's going on here. So, but I heard a theory.
What's that?
That said the reason they're putting them on strike and all this stuff is because it's coordinated. And what they're going to do is when the Epstein list comes out, and they're going to have video and stuff of this, right? Showing like people who went there and who had dealings with it. They're going to be like, oh, AI generated that. That was AI. AI, that's not me. They're going to fake it on all that shit. Because they're going to be like, we haven't even been doing movies. We haven't been doing all this stuff. Like, that's not me. That's AI generated shit. That's the shit I'm telling you where AI came out years ago, right? We know this. If they're telling us about AI now and how powerful it is, it's because they had this shit 10 years ago. That's how I'm looking at it. So a lot of these movies and games and fucking music and different shit that we are listening to now is probably AI generated, and we don't even know it. You know, we don't even know it. We've been lied to. Think about that shit. Because if it's possible now, it was possible then. That's how you got to see it.
Bomb droppers. Facts.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I don't know. That theory's out there. We'll see what happens with it. But you know, they can use it in so many different ways. You know, but it's like, yeah, it's like, what's the point? Actors make plenty of fucking money, so I don't know what they're complaining about. It's the writers that don't get paid shit, really. You know, in the whole game of it. You know, the actors, for the most part, get paid handsomely for doing everything they're doing. You know? It's like, think about all the things that, like, get paid like that. Actors, athletes, race car drivers, you know, shit like that, get paid millions and millions to do what? To just entertain people?
Baseball. I think about the same shit.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But doctors, teachers, things that actually matter to the people barely make anything.
Yeah, get the ends meet.
You know?
The low end of the stick.
Right. So why does it work that way? I'm just asking the question. I don't know on this one. I haven't put that together yet. I haven't thrown my theory together yet for that. But like, I'm just asking the question.
That's crazy.
Why does it work like that? Why are all these athletes paid for? Just to entertain people? They're just playing basketball. You know what I mean?
I think about the same shit. They getting all this bread
for influence.
And you know what? Somebody said, shit, all the money they make, they can make their own league.
Yeah?
Yeah, but they don't want to make their own league. Like they don't.
Yeah, it's like you gotta start asking yourself, why not? Right?
Yeah.
Are they conditioned not to? Or is it all just orchestrated? You know what I mean? Is it all just orchestrated to make us think that these, you know, that it's really what it is?
It was all a dream.
Oh,
bomb droppers. Yep.
Does Word Up magazine still exist? Is that still out there?
Word Up? Nah, I don't think so.
It might have went online. I don't know.
I don't think so. Is that the one with the Beauty of the Week in it? Nah, that was that was a Jet.
That was Jet. I used to pop that every time I seen it. I'd pop it open and look at the Beauty of the Week.
What? Who didn't? What? Beauty of the Week.
Nah, I'm not buying this. Put that back.
But
I'm looking though.
Right.
I'm looking. I was definitely checking it out.
Definitely went to the Beauty of the Week. Yeah, that was back in the day. Wow. Hey, y'all know about the Beauty of the Week.
Oh, you gotta breathe.
That's a memory. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't know how we got on magazines and shit. But yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, who knows how this is gonna play out? But at this point, it's like I think that it's also to partly take down Hollywood, to finally take it down. You know, is if everybody goes on strike, say for 3 to even 6 months at this point, right? Because they all got enough money to probably ride this bitch out. You know, like who's really losing here? Right. It's the workers. It's the daily workers. It's not the stars and the writers. They're not losing out. Most of them probably doing pretty good. You know. But anyways, if say they're closed for 3 to, this is just me spitballing, for 3 to 6 months, it's going to take another 3 to 6 months to even get started back up per se. You know what I mean? Because everything's kind of just going to be, you got to restart, you know? So by the time they restart, I think it's just going to collapse the whole thing. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're out of money. They're not really, you know, they've been lying. Most of it's been lying to us anyways. It's all propaganda, you know? You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that comes out that we talk about where movies are real. Yeah. You got to discern which ones those are, though. Not all of them. You know, right? You got to get the right messages out of them. So yeah. But at the same time, a lot of it's propaganda too, and you know, and it's its own child trafficking, human trafficking type of deal. Is at the same time, you know, it's got all that built into it. So it's like they're just trying to collapse it, I think. And we might be the new networks. We might be the new people who start our own new Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, it's the people. It goes back to the people. We don't need their Hollywood. We build our own. Right. You know?
Bomb droppers. Yeah.
So that's where it could go. That's what I'm thinking.
We stop spending our money with them.
Right.
But
I mean, they closed the movie theaters for like a year. You know what I mean? And then the movie theaters barely survived that. You know? A lot of them didn't.
So we always said we know how to hit them. Yeah. Stop spending money with them.
Yeah. Hit them in the pockets.
That's it. Right.
Hit them in the pockets.
Right. Everybody want to be name brand out.
They want to get their Gucci bag and their Fendi bag and their Michael's Kors and all the different shit, you know.
That's wild. Like, they not putting nothing in your pocket.
Right? But they don't want to go to ppeintox and get T-shirts. Yeah. I'd be like, you want to go buy a Gucci bag, but you don't want to get a PPE T-shirt? Kind of priorities is that?
What's wrong with them?
Kind of priorities is that?
What's wrong with them? Go to ppe.com, man.
Oh, shit.
Check out the merchandise, man. We got from hats to candles.
Shirts.
Hoodies. I mean, what you need. Long sleeve, short sleeve.
We got the bomb dropper on there.
Because, you know, we bomb droppers.
We got the We Teach, Not Preach on there. We got the All Love shirt. All Love.
What's up, man?
So, yeah. You can get all that merchandise on there. ppmusic.com. Oh, and Sam Strong, too. You get a Sam Strong T-shirt. Keep the unity together.
Stay up, baby. We good, you know.
Yeah, man. Energies are strong, man.
Yeah.
I've been talking to a couple people over the past few days and everything, and they're on it, man. They're on the whole idea of just like more unity, people coming back together, and it's like everybody talks about it. You know, everybody. It's like it's in the air again.
Right.
People are feeling it. People are more friendly. It's like I was thinking about that. I think I told somebody that, like, just where you go now. You know, like I said, I don't run into a lot of bullshit no more. People are friendly where I go. You know, and it's like, and people have been more friendly lately, like over the past month. So you can feel the energy is just changing. You know, it's like people are just more friendly. You know, in any scenario. You know, in every scenario, you don't even see a lot of bullshit out there. At least I'm not. I'm not in it. I'm trying. I stay away from that negative shit. You know, it's like, so yeah. I don't know. That's just the way the energy feels to me. You know, feels just like everybody has. It's more friendly out there, just in just general terms. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah. But it's all on you too, though. You know, if you speak,
Right.
you know, because sometimes I be like, you know, I speak to everybody, but sometimes I say to myself, like, he ain't gonna speak back or he ain't gonna say nothing.
Right.
But I'm like,
But
okay,
just-
I did my
You
part.
say, yeah, that's all you got to do.
And I keep moving.
That's what it is. See, that's where we fell off. That's the idea. It's like once people stop doing one thing, then somebody else stop doing something else, and then somebody else stops, and then it just over time, you know. As you're doing that, you'll start noticing people will just start because it'll just have its own momentum to go back to that, you know. So yeah, keep doing your part.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you can be. Is you control your part,
Right.
You know, that's what we do at Awkward Intelligence. We control this part. This is us. This is how we're doing it. This is another part that we can control. Put the show out every week.
Right.
And give y'all the new shit, you know, the new ideas and what's happening. So that way, you know, this is our part, how we contribute together for y'all.
Bomb droppers.
What's that?
You want one of these?
Oh, I'm good right now, man.
Butter crunch.
Yeah, go for it.
Nah, I'm good.
Go for it.
I'm like, I don't even want to crack those right now.
Yeah, I got mine. I'm strawberry melon over here. This is my sugar. This is my after show sugar. This is my new. It's like my drinks have evolved. So let's see what I start out with. I had water and I was bringing another drink. What the fuck was that? Shit, I forgot already. How long has it been? Or am I just that high?
I would say the
latter.
Probably that high, but I don't want to blame it on that.
Oh shit! I don't even remember the drinks I used to bring in here.
Oh,
I had the tea for a little while.
yeah, the tea.
What was before that? It was water and what? There was always two things. Was it only the tea?
Yeah.
Was it always the tea?
Yeah, don't have me thinking crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
No. You had a Calypso or something like that.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So Calypso was the original drink, and I had that shit up to probably week 15 or some shit. It was Calypso every week. You're right. See, you got it. Somebody's paying attention. Because I forgot all about it. That's right, Calypso. So I went from Calypso to the tea. I was doing the tea, and now I have moved to the strawberry melon.
Strawberry melon.
I'm trying to stay away from sodas, and I'm sure this is worse, but you know what? I don't give a fuck at this point. It's good.
Shit, man, you gotta be careful, man, because my manager or the owner, he just he got diabetes,
Right.
you know, and he told me he went into a coma and shit.
Yeah, with too much sugar.
Yeah, like he slept into a coma, and he told me the doctor told him like normally, hey, people don't come back from that.
Yeah, if you go too high.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So you gotta watch them sugars, man.
Yeah, your normal sugar
That's
level.
crazy.
Your normal sugar level should be right around like 115, 120. That's like a normal sugar level. People who go into comas, they go into like the 400, 500, 600 range, you know, of that, which is like, you know, 5, 6, 7 times whatever, you know, the original shit. So it's like, and then you don't want to go below like 90. If you're anywhere between that 90 and like 120, that's where your body usually sits at a normal sugar level. Just for anybody out there who doesn't want to Google it. But because I've been through it. I've been there. I've had to take medicines at different times because I wasn't doing the things I needed to do, you know. So yeah.
He made me slow down drinking a damn half and half. I'm like, damn, let me
Yeah, you don't want to do it all the time.
chill out, man.
You don't want to do it all the time. You know, it's not like I said, if I can make this my show drink and this is when I get to cheat, that's my cheat day or whatever, then, you know, I'll do that. But if in between, I try to stay away from them. But I might get one here and there as well. But I'd rather drink that than like a diet. I used to do a lot of diet Pepsi. I don't want to drink that no more. I want to get away from that. Colas and shit. So I kind of moved to juices, and I was like, that's why I was doing the tea. I was thinking, maybe I'll stick with some tea. And then somehow I found this drink because the tea was out one time, and I needed a drink, just to have something. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I'm going to keep the streak alive and try to put some drink up there. And so I bought this thinking, I'm not going to like this. Like this is going to be like too much, too sugary and shit. And then all of a sudden I drank it, and I was like, this is my new drink. Mm-hmm. I'm over here now. Mm-hmm. I'm team strawberry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I think I got the kiwi one too. The kiwi, I ate strawberry kiwi. Shit, but
I'll have to look for that.
I don't get it like that. But I had it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm I just move one habit to another. Stop it, folks. Why are you judging me? I'm just trying to live my life.
That's it. Live my life. Yeah. Ain't got no time for you.
Yeah, we're all figuring it out, man. We all got our vices. Come on. Mm-hmm. I'm just like I said. If you really wanna become a true warrior, take one of those vices that you feel like you just don't even need, and just stop and go for 32 weeks and see what happens. Surprise yourself, never know.
Yeah, just what they say, cold turkey.
If you can.
Just stop.
Yeah, if you can. Like whatever it is. Some people got to wean off some stuff. I get that. There's certain things. But if you're on your mission, you're on your way, right? So
yeah,
that's what we say, But yeah, just have the discipline to hold strong. Mm-hmm. And then you'll see. Because you can always go back to it. You know what I mean? You can always go back. But see what happens. Maybe you figure out, hey, this is more enjoyable this way. Or not. And then go back.
Yeah, we got to set that mind though.
But if you don't know the other side of that, how do you know which one you want to roll with? Try it. That's all I'm saying. See where it takes you.
Well, shit. If the path you want right now ain't working,
try something different, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, try something different. Exactly. Yep.
I mean, gotta use your brain.
Yeah, I say that? I was like talking to my son about something, and I was like just telling him, like, man, just work on yourself, man. Like, don't worry about, whatever else is you think everybody wants you to be doing, Everybody wants you. Everybody likes your presence because you're fun at the party and all these things. That. Like, man, don't even worry about all that shit. Like, just work on yourself, because when you work on yourself, the genuine people are gonna find you anyways, and you'll find those people. Like, it depends on because I remember last episode I said something about him listening to like depressing music and then wondering why he was being in somewhat of a depression or whatever. So that's why I was, following up with a different conversation. And I was like telling them like, look, man, if you get your mental straight and you're disciplined into your life and doing your shit and what your boundaries are and everybody else is going to fall in place. Your friends, your girl, whatever, it's going to fall into place. But if you're just out here struggling with shit and they're out here struggling with shit, you're just going to collide at some point because both of y'all ain't ready for that, or whatever, But I'm like, just work on this. You're young, Work on this, and then that won't even be a factor anymore.
That's it.
That isn't even a factor in the conversation.
Bomb droppers.
That way you're ready for the world,
So you gotta teach them young, man.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, if I had somebody telling me that advice in my 20s,
What?
I'd have been a beast right now. You know what I mean? Like, I said, but I had to learn this shit in my 40s, you know, truly understand it. It's only happened in the past couple years, you know, that I'm truly understanding this shit. Like, I knew it. I was talking it. I was saying it. But I had nothing behind it.
Right.
I just was like, that's what everybody else is saying. So I'm gonna say it, but I don't know why I'm saying it. I don't know that it works. I'm just saying it, you know. But now I'm like a product of it, you know. And so it's like, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I did these things. I quit things for 30 days. I quit things for 60 days. I quit things for years to see what the differences would be. I did my research. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I'm still drinking my fucking sugar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still, I'm still living a fucking 3D life. You know what I mean? I'm still experiencing the world like everyone else is. But if you change some things and you see how it changes you and it changes you for the better or whatever, why not? That's all I'm saying. Why not? Try a couple things. See what happens. You know? Maybe you say, fuck butter. You're like, I'm not doing butter no more. Just stop doing butter. Who knows what that does? You know what I mean? Like, who knows what it does? Once you got to try it.
He said butter.
I'm just saying.
Nah.
Whatever. I pick weird shit.
I'm sitting here following you like shit, and you just said butter. Like,
Yo. Oh, shit.
well, yeah.
Damn. That was Intox rant incoming. Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, the world we live in is the world we live in, but learn to navigate it. That's what we always talk about. Just learn to navigate it better. You don't have to stop learning. You don't have to stop, you know, earning. You don't have to stop, you know, it's like, do what you got to do to make your world move, because things aren't changed yet, but we're getting there. That's what we're getting to. We're getting to that new world. You can see the changes happening in the banking system. You can see it happening in the presidency and all these different things up there with the judicial systems and the legislation and all that stuff. You can see things changing. You know, we've talked about this before, where we talked like Roe versus Wade, how they overturned that. You know, and then now they've just overturned affirmative action. You saw that? They just overturned that shit.
No.
So it's like, now everybody's going, well, what the fuck, right? And it's like, but that's not the world we want to live in. We don't want to live in the totalitarian world, which tells us what we're supposed to do.
Right.
We need to be learning how to do that ourselves. You know what I mean? And understanding that once we are one, there's another thing I wanted to get into. We talk about us being one people, right? We're united as a human race and one people and right? But you do got to remember that we were infiltrated by other ET races. So just because they look like you or don't look like you or whatever, you know, because you might have a different skin tone, doesn't always mean that. Like think about it like this. Okay, say you have groups, you know, like you have Asians, you have whites, you have blacks, you have, you know, whatever, right? Just for the sake of the argument here, just so you can understand what I'm saying. But everybody in your group isn't all good if they're infiltrated by these other ET races, because all these, you got to think about in the whole universes of universes, right, out there. We're not the only humanoid race.
Right.
There's multiple thousands, if not millions, of different humanoid races out in the other galaxies. So
We don't even know about
that we don't even understand yet. We just don't have that knowledge yet. but we're going to get there. But within that, like I said, that also means everybody here on earth, just because they look like you and they may come from the same areas you come from, if those are the infiltrated races that have been against us, there are, like I said, the enemy's already within you. It's already among you. They're already there, you know? So that's why you have people in your own race sometimes that do shit, and you're like, why the fuck would they do that? Like, that seems like so against shit. Because maybe they're not playing for your team, but they're on your team.
Bomb droppers.
That's some deep shit right there. I'm just throwing this out there. And so that's why you've got, like, you've always had white people who've always fought for humankind. You know, who always said, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. And they've always fought. There's always been, like, opposing sides in every race. You know what I mean? Kind of a situation. Because I think it's because of that. That's where I'm going with this, is that you have some people that are good and some people that are bad in a way within your own races. So they're all fighting each other, and then it makes, but we're all one. We need to just come together and forget all that bullshit and realize we're all one, but we have to get that other evilness out. And I think that's what's going on with this awakening. It's waking us up to the people that don't belong.
Bomb droppers.
I'm going into some shit today.
It's a spiritual war.
God, yeah, exactly. That's why they call it a spiritual war, man.
So could be on to something.
It's waking us up to the people that don't belong, man. We're starting to realize what matters. That's where I'm going with it. That's what I'm seeing. That's how I'm feeling about it.
Who's who? Yeah.
Because we think we're safe amongst our own. But sometimes it's your own that do the worst. You see what I'm saying? That's, I think, where that comes from. And we're going to start seeing who's who here pretty soon.
Right. Who's who?
Yeah. As the veil is lifted, as the veil is fully lifted, we're going to start to figure out who's who and what's going on out here. I mean, you know, like I said, we're seeing it with different things already, you know. Different things already we're starting to see, you know. Different people saying different things, and then we're catching them in lies, and, oh, wait, you said this, or, you know, it's like that. And then it's like we're bringing them down. There's just, oh, now they resigned, and, you know, this and that. It's like we're slowly pulling those people out going, wait a minute. It's like what's that little meme? And it was la bullshit. No, that's bullshit. That little kid. I bullshit.
Oh, yeah,
I bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's how we out here now. We out here like, nah, it's bullshit. When before we wasn't questioning that. We wasn't questioning it at all. We was just like, you see that new shit they did? And we're just like, yeah, fuck. We ain't even questioning it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now we're like, wait a fucking minute. I don't know what's going on here, but that ain't right. You know, and we're all starting to question it and look at it, and we're making a difference. That's what I'm trying to get to you people. We're making a difference.
Bomb droppers.
It's happening. But the more of us that are working on it and in our own ways and, you know, with our own expertises and different things that we know how to do, as we're all working on it, the more of us that come together, the better and faster this is going to happen, I think. You know what I mean?
I agree on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what this show's about. Is about getting more awareness out there, putting more out into the airwaves, so that people can start to go, oh, these guys are onto something. Maybe I need to look over here. Maybe I need to look over here, because you know maybe we just sparked the conversation, and I'm cool with that. You know, and then you go figure it out. You go find it elsewhere if you need to, and there's so much out there. You know, there's so much information out there. Go figure it out. If we're the springboard for that, if Awkward Intelligence can be the springboard for that, I'm good with that. You know,
Shit, 'cause there be some things that
wake them up.
Hey, be some things that we talk about that I hear. You know what I mean? Or something that I watch.
Right.
Be like, we just talking about that.
Yep. You said that.
We was just on that.
What's the
No, we good.
what's the Instagram joint I showed you at the beginning, remember? I said Burner was talking the same shit about AI we was talking about last week.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Right. It's all happening. It's all coming together. It's like, what's the coincidence of that? You know what I mean? We're just talking about the same thing at the same time. It must be true, you know?
Shit. That's wild.
That locks it in.
Yeah. Get him in doubles.
Locks them in, man.
You gonna hear about it again. You gonna see it somewhere else too.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna see it somewhere else.
Especially now that we put more energy into it too. We're gonna see it again. That sun's coming through, man, shining on you. Shining on you. The camera starts getting backlit at this point, right? So in the shot, you'll notice sometimes during the shows, like as we get towards the end of the show, it starts to like get darker. But it looks, I don't know if you've noticed it.
But it's still
We'll be like real bright because of the top lights, like the first like hour of the show. And then the last few minutes, it's like we start like darkening in because the camera's getting backlit. So it fucks the shot up. We're not professionals, folks. And unless we find a different location at different times of the year, this is what we're dealing with. So come along for the journey.
We have.
But everything up here is like real nice and lit up because it follows the light. So yeah, and it just makes our faces a little darker.
Oh shit.
And so it's like you got to fight through it. Just fight through it. But yeah,
I think I'm smacked.
we're pretty close to. We can wrap this up anytime, anyways. So
Yeah.
unless you got any other topics you want to throw together, nothing off the brain.
Nah, not right now. Not right now, but you know me.
Right.
Gotta spread that love.
Yeah, I like that hashtag. I've been using that
For
one.
real, you got to. That's all I'm saying. You know, it was instilled in me, so I got to give it out.
Yeah, that's part of how you roll, man. That's how you spread your aura, out and everything. So yeah, definitely makes sense. Did anybody see the article? I don't know. You might have to Google this. That you know how they used to say the heart was like to your left, or something like that, right? So you always, when you put your hand over your heart, it was more like to your left, right? They're saying now that the heart is actually in the center.
Okay.
Saw that shit?
I think I heard that too.
Did we talk about that?
No, but I think I heard that though.
My theory is that like all these light codes that have been hitting us, this new sun and everything with this shit, is I think it realigned us. Our heart was always supposed to be in the center, but because we were out of alignment, that's why the world was going to shit. Now our heart is realigned in our chakra. Oh shit, son!
That's what? Yeah, to see.
Powerful.
That's crazy. I was
Powerful.
thinking about the damn chakra thing.
Yeah,
Where is it? Where's in the middle?
right.
Duh.
Yep.
What's red?
So I think we got realigned, man.
Droppers.
Divine realignment. You know what I'm saying? We're on our way, man.
Wow. I just seen that myself. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, spread the love. It's out there.
Got to.
Faith over fear. Use that hashtag. That's a good one too. Faith over fear. Just know, if you already know where you're going, you got no fear. Just keep living.
That's it.
Just do your thing.
Facts. Move on. Move around, navigate.
Navigate your world. Navigate your world. So yeah, Awkward Intelligence, Intox, along with
Bdot, baby.
and this is episode 32. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time.